Hello everybody, it's Bea from Bespoke Crafts and welcome to my channel. I've just done an intro and I've just started editing the video, and you'll see on the video, on the finished card, that I'd literally just put this bit of grounding on here, the green, and I didn't like it. So what I've just done off camera is I've just taken the same colours and I've just sort of like blended it out through the edges all the way around the aperture, and I just think it looks so much better. So yeah, I decided to make that improvement for it, and I think it really does work. So I'm now going to do the editing again. If you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you for subscribing. If you're watching the intro and haven't yet subscribed, please consider do so. It does help my channel. And thank you to all my existing subscribers. I really do appreciate everybody's support. So please like, comment, share, click on the notification bell and subscribe if you haven't. And grab yourself a cup of coffee and you will see this card coming together for the September collaboration with Handmade by Shirley. And it was using, this is the one that she chose, and it was from the 2024 Advent Calendar. It's a aperture tree with a little bird box which I haven't used, and with the tree itself I've dimensioned it up, and I think there's about 7 layers there, and I've put a little black one there just at the back. Well, it's not, it's really dark grey, just to give that little bit of a shadow. And then just done a seaside scene behind. So I'll get back to what I was doing now I've made that improvement. It really does look better. That just looks like it was like just a bit stuck on. So yeah, Merlin, my African grey, if I can speak, is now saying hello. So yeah, grab yourself a cup of coffee and see how it comes together. I will go do the editing again now. Hello everybody, I'm on the voiceover now. So this is the aperture, and I'm going to cut, I think I cut 7. Did I cut 7? Yeah, I think I cut 7 out. And because I only want the tree, I haven't wasted any card. And I've just literally cut the tree shape out itself. So I'm just going to fussy cut those around. I'm not going to bore you with all of that. I'm using my little Cutterbee scissors. So there you go. I mean, I've got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I've got 7. And one of them is going to be used as the shadow for the back. I'm just taking the little bits out, just so that they're all equal. Excuse me. And I'm also cutting some of the branches off just to give it that little bit of a more detailed look. There's not a lot that you can cut out of them really. I did consider taking out the 3rd branch along, but it went down too far to the main trunk of the tree, so I decided not to do that. So I'm going to write the colours down now of what I've used to colour the tree and also the background when I come to that in a bit. So if you wanted to use the same colours or similar, then they're there for you to choose. I have got a frog in my throat this morning. Well, this afternoon, it's 3:20. Excuse me, so I've just taken a drink. So I've chosen a dark colour, a dark brown, and well, very dark brown, a dark brown, and a light brown. So just going around the edges for the natural shading on the tree. And if you're doing anything that's cylindrical, circular, if you do the edges darker, as I'm doing now, it gives that impression of the whole part being circular. It just gives that illusion. And then I'm just going to go around all the little edges just to make sure there's no white showing. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I just don't like to see it. So just blending the other colours through. I am absolutely quite surprised that Merlin is quiet. He must have gone back to sleep. As soon as I start talking, he normally starts chirping. I do like that BR2, which I think it is potato brown. I don't think, I know, I've just read it. So it is potato brown, which you'll be able to see it on the screen, but I can't see it. The screen that when I'm editing is like 4 inches by 2.5. So now I'm just going around all of the edges on all of the layers that I'm going to stack up again, so you don't see the white, and also a little bits on the card as well, so you don't see if I don't get it completely level. You won't see those bits either. And then just doing a very, very dark grey, and that was NG09, and it's natural grey 9. And again, just going around the aperture, just to make sure there's no white showing. And you at the door. Well, that was postman fetching a parcel for Carl. So yeah, so I'm just having a quick clean up there, and I'm going to put the shadow layer down now. Excuse me. I don't know whether you've seen the shorts that I do of the campsites where we go away. Well, Carl's just done the bathroom on the motorhome. Oh, it looks absolutely gorgeous. He's done such a good job of it. We absolutely love our motorhome. Well, it's a camper van. It's not a motorhome. Motorhome is a big posh thing. Although Ellie is lovely. A little M-Wedge van for birth, but we love her. Go away as much as we can. So here we go, just stacking the layers up, as I want this to be really quite dimensional. Using Gina K glue, the Connect glue, which fortunately I've just got some more on its way from Dies to Die For. That's back in stock. It is one of my, well, it is my favourite glue, and I'm running really, really low. So now I'm just going to stick it down onto the panel itself. So now I'm just going to use the odd cuts of the cardstock that I cut the apertures out with, and I'm just going to make like a seaside scene, not a seaside but a sea scene. So I'm just using different greens to do the base of the grass, and just doing little flicks just to just so it's not a straight line, really. I'm going to use a tan colour to represent the sand. This is the dry sand. Again, nothing's none of the lines are straight. Don't know if you've just heard Merlin say hello. And then I'm going to use slightly darker to do sand that would be wet. I'll put these lines down and then I will go over it quite a few times just to blend all the colours in, so you don't get a like a demarcation line, so you don't get an obvious line in between colours. So I'm going to do pale blue for the sea coming in, just so it's as it would be naturally. Again, running it over to the over the darker sand colour. It does take quite a bit of blending through, but persevere with it, you can get it. And then I'm going to do a horizon line with a darker blue, and then I'm going to choose a in-between blue just to blend it through again. Or did I pick the same colour up? I'm not sure. I do end up using a different colour blue as well. I didn't know that. This card in all took me about an hour to make. I get all my Gummiapan dies now from miserprint.co.uk, and that's Matthew and Anne up in I think up in Scotland. They are a brilliant company. I use them all the time. I always used to go to Sweden, but yeah, there's no need to when you can get them in this country and support another small business. So there's the sea. Again, I'm now just going to do the sky, and I want it to be quite mottled. I don't want it to be a solid colour. Not mottled. That doesn't sound right. I know what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be a solid block colour. I did contemplate actually just going over it with my blender, just in places, just to give the impression of clouds, but I decided not to. And then just adding a different colour green just to add that little bit more. You hardly see any of it actually when I'm looking at the card now. You see about a quarter of it, if that. But it's there. So again, just going over, blending all the colours through. So now I'm going to use the Ohuhu white gel pen and just do some white marks, just so it looks like the sea's foaming onto the sand. You know, as the waves have come in, and then put waves on the water as well. This water's a bit choppy. I don't know about you, I cannot go on a boat. As soon as I step on a boat, do I get seasick? It's absolutely awful. I just can't do it. I turn immediately green, and it's amazing. I step off and I'm fine. So now I'm going to use the Ohuhu fine liners, and I'm just going to put some little birds in the sky. I am putting them all over because I don't know how the tree is going to look. So just finding the position. And then I'm just going to stick that down. Sorry about my head there. So there you go. So I'm going to do a little bit of highlights on the tree now itself. Not a lot, just a little, just to give it a little bit of dimension, really. And I wanted to have a little bit more of interest. So I'm using my scoreboard to put some deboss lines in it. I can't do emboss lines, so that's where the image or the line is actually raised up, because I've got a dimensional tree on there, so it's got to be in this direction. This is an afterthought, but I just thought it was a bit plain, but I didn't want to do too much to it. I wanted it to be the focus on the tree in the background. And I'm going to use a matte layer, and it's the same pack of the card colours that I did on hashtag 149, just a different colour. Like I say, I've got I cut all these out to size. I do it on my big guillotine, all in one go. So I am just going to have to tidy the edges up a little bit, which I have done off camera. And I do it after this. So you'll see the little bits of the cut off bits just at the side in a second. As you can see there. So there's the card coming together. Easy card. I think it does look effective. I do like it. It'll be interesting to see what Shirley's done on hers, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I say, please subscribe if you haven't already. It does help my channel. Like, comment. I love reading your comments. If I don't get back to you straight away, I do apologise. Sometimes I just don't see them coming up, especially if people are looking at older videos and putting comments on. I don't pick them up straight away. So there you go. There is their collaboration for September with Handmade by Shirley. And there is the next one, which is in October the 1st. So this is where I've decided that I wanted to put some grounding on. I think it would have been all right if I hadn't done any more than this, but I do think it looks better with the final photo that you'll see at the end of the video and the one at the beginning. So thanks for watching. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.